Hello, everyone, and welcome in to the light. Today, we are shedding light on a new case coming out of Lynwood, California. It's about an 8-year-old boy named Isaiah, and he was just recently found deceased in his own home in a cooler surrounded by ice. Now, I'm recording this on Halloween, and as people go out this evening trick-or-treating, they might be frightened of scary costumes, the ghosts, the ghouls, the goblins. But what's actually scary are those who walk our planet that are capable of committing evil crimes, schmurder, towards very innocent children, especially your own family. Because in this case, that is exactly what has occurred. As you can see on the screen here, this is from the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office. And it states that the mother, father, grandmother have been charged with schmurder and torture of the child found in the Lynwood apartment. They state that the horrific abuse that Isaiah endured is made even worse by the fact that, as alleged, it was at the hands of people who were meant to love and protect him. Our office is committed to ensuring that those responsible are held fully accountable for their actions and that justice will be secured for Isaiah. And that is from the Los Angeles County District Attorney. Now, in something reminiscent of the case of Melody Buzzard, I don't have any truly accurate updated photos of Isaiah that I was able to find online. And if you are somebody that does, please send them to me. I would love to be able to share images that represent Isaiah as he has been known most recently. Most images are about from when he was between 4 to 5 years old. Reports initially stated that he was 7 years old, but it is updated that he's 8 years old, and next month he would have been turning 9 years old. And this is him. Now he's betrayed by the people that should have cared and loved him the most. His 25-year-old mother, Destiny. His 25-year-old father, Daniel. This is also an old photo. And he was also betrayed by his paternal grandmother, 45-year-old Anna. Now all three were arrested on October 29th, and they have been charged. They appeared in Compton court today. Only Destiny actually appeared. Here's a sketch of her. And the other two will be appearing at a later date, Danielle and Anna. All of them are currently being held on a $2 million bail. So they're not going anywhere. We are going to dive first into the local news coverage, the videos, and the publications that have been shared on this thus far. And what will shock you is the content that I have pulled from the mother's social media. She has... It sickens you because things that are implied in her social media, let me give one example. It has the father kind of dancing, reminiscent of a boomerang style, and the caption along the lines of, "Only you I would KILL for." Says a lot, doesn't it? Is that foreshadowing? There is a lot of gore and schmurder references in her account. And looking at it now, it's horrifying based on what we know. There is so much that I pulled. I put it into a slideshow that I will save for the end, where I will show the photos and videos that I've captured from that social media page.
Underway tonight after a gruesome discovery inside the freezer of a Lynwood apartment, the body of a 7-year-old boy. The child's mother is under arrest, accused of murder. His father and grandmother also in custody for conspiracy to commit murder.
All are being held on $2 million bail. The child's death has stunned the community. Rachel Menitoff live in downtown Los Angeles at Sheriff's headquarters with the tragic details. Rachel.
Micah shared, people tell us they saw the mother picking her son up from the school bus and walking her dog, and nothing was out of the ordinary. One woman says mom seemed calm and the kids used to wave. Hearing that this little boy was likely abused is a difficult pill to swallow. People who live in this Lynwood apartment complex say they're shocked to learn that a 7-year-old boy was found dead inside this unit. His mother, identified as 25-year-old Destiny Harrison, has been booked on suspicion of her son's murder. His father and grandmother charged with conspiracy to commit murder.
Because to me, she seemed like a normal person, you know. The only time I was here, she'd be walking her dog right here, and that's about it.
3 other children were apparently inside the home, ages 16, 13, and 9 months, and were taken into protective custody. And no one ever heard any kind of commotion from inside the home?
No, to be honest, no.
Christian Torres and others who don't want to be identified say they saw Harrison and the kids in passing.
Once I found out that he was a kid, I mean, I literally was driving home with my gut going crazy. I mean, it's just, I've seen these type of cases before, you know, and it hurts when you hear about them, but when you leave them and they're so close to you, it's a whole different thing, you know.
The LA Sheriff's Department says it was doing a welfare check Tuesday night and hearing about something suspicious inside the Euclid Avenue apartment. Sources say that's when they found the child dead and even more gruesome, stuffed into a freezer.
That's traumatizing to know that kid had to suffer like that. I'm sorry.
How this child died and when isn't clear, but neighbors like Mia are pained knowing that he likely suffered.
A lot of people are trying to figure out what family did this because, like, how did we not know? Like, how did other people not know? Like, there's thousands of people living near us and no one heard a thing or even saw anything on the kids.
The parents and the grandmother are being held on a $2 million bond tonight. Anyone with information about this case should call the LA Sheriff's Homicide Bureau. We're live downtown. I'm Rachel Menitoff. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Let's go to NBC LA.
New details on the 7-year-old boy found dead in an apartment in Lynwood. The body of that child was discovered in a freezer, and now his parents are under arrest. Macy Jenkins is live in Lynwood for us, talking with neighbors tonight. Macy.
Hi, Carolyn. Well, LA County Sheriff's deputies found the boy's body after a welfare check at an apartment complex in Lynwood last night. Now his 25-year-old mother is behind bars, charged with the murder of her own child. This Lynwood apartment building on Euclid Street.
Everything was with the yellow tape. That's when I figured there was something going on, you know.
At the center of a murder investigation. The victim, a 7-year-old little boy.
Yeah, I've seen them, you know, they will come outside and play, same as right here.
Who neighbor Christian Torres says lived on the first floor with his family.
It's indescribable, you know, knowing that I have kids and knowing that I know the people here, that the neighbors. You don't expect for something like that to happen.
LA County Sheriff's Department got a call around 8:30 Tuesday night reporting a dead child inside of one of the apartments. Deputies conducted a welfare check, and NBC4 Investigates has learned that's when the deputies discovered the boy's body inside of a freezer. His 25-year-old mother, Destiny Harrison, was arrested and charged with murder.
What do you know about that mother? I mean, did she seem like she would do something like this?
To be honest with you, no. I mean, literally, she would always be out here with her dog, and you know, you will come in, she will smile. That's about it. I mean, I never crossed words with her, but yeah, she will just say hi, that's it, walk in, you know, nothing out of the ordinary.
Torres describes the same kind of superficial interaction with the boy's father, 25-year-old Daniel Monzon, and his grandmother, 46-year-old Ana Zarceno Carcamo. Both were arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit murder.
They're pretty old neighbors around here, so I always seen them around, but wasn't expecting anything like this.
LA County Supervisor Janice Hahn released a statement tonight saying, in part, "This is an unimaginable and horrific tragedy. I stand ready to support the LA County Sheriff's Department as they investigate this child's death. My heart breaks for what the other children in this home must have experienced." 3 additional children, aged 16, 13, and 9 months, were taken from the apartment and placed in the custody of the LA County Department of Children and Family Services.
Mad, furious, sad, you know, I mean, it's going to be Halloween. Now that kid won't be able to enjoy the holidays, and it's just can't understand how can someone be so evil.
Bail for the boy's mother, father, and grandmother has been set at $2 million each. Reporting live in Lynwood, Macy Jenkins, NBC4 News.
Found dead in a freezer in a Lynwood apartment.
CBS LA's Rachel Kim is at the courthouse in Compton, where all three were supposed to face a judge today, but only one showed up in court.
And I'm gonna go to work at 1, so I just felt like I wanted to be here for a bit.
Like so many others in this community, Compton resident Elizabeth Salcedo wanted to express her sorrow and say a prayer for the little boy who prosecutors say was killed by his parents and grandmother.
Because I have grandchildren the same age. I don't know, I feel bad for what happened.
Somber and stunned, mourners dropped by the memorial outside the Lynwood apartment, where an 8-year-old boy identified by prosecutors as Isaiah was found dead. Prosecutors believe Isaiah was tortured and killed by his mother, Destiny Harrison, his father, Daniel Alberto Monzon, and his paternal grandmother, Ana Carcamo Zarceno. Investigators say the boy was abused by them over a long period of time and died of his injuries. On Tuesday night, sheriff's deputies went to the family's apartment to do a welfare check requested by an unidentified resident who went to the sheriff's station. Prosecutors say Isaiah's body was discovered in a cooler filled with ice.
I was just in shock. The baby had to go through all this.
On Friday, Isaiah's mother, Destiny Harrison, made her first court appearance. Although her face was blocked from the camera, I saw and heard her cry before the judge addressed her. Kathy Familetti is the leader of the group Parents of Murdered Children LA chapter.
We just felt like we had to be here in case there was any family that wasn't part of this to try to support them.
Prosecutors said 3 other children from the home, ages 16, 14, and
That's
9
amazing.
months,
I
were
never
taken
heard of
into
that before.
protective custody by the LA County Department of Children and Family Services. As for Isaiah, prosecutors told me there is no record of him ever being in school. His autopsy was performed Friday, so prosecutors are waiting for information about how he died.
Our children need to be protected. We can't keep coming to court for these kind of cases.
Harrison's arraignment was continued for November 20th. Isaiah's father and paternal grandmother are expected to make their first court appearance here at the Compton courthouse on Monday.
And there's the included in that the update that I was going to get to, that if the mother, was in court today, but the father and grandmother did not appear, and they will be seen on Monday.
Candles, balloons, and prayers in Lynwood. 2 days after a 7-year-old boy was found dead at an apartment complex. And tonight, his parents and grandmother are under arrest for that death. The vigil took place at that building where the boy lived. His parents are expected in court tomorrow. NBC4's Robert Kovacic spoke with people at the vigil who knew the boy and his family.
Outside the building where he lived, they gathered. There are prayers and there are questions. How did this happen? And why? Why?
No child should go through this.
The vigil tonight for a 7-year-old boy found inside a refrigerator.
It's shocking to our whole community to hear something like this.
Audrey Cassis says of the 4 children who lived in the apartment, the boy and another were homeschooled.
Another teacher was also their homeschool teacher, and they said that they never saw anything strange.
I mean, okay, I hadn't seen this yet in any articles, but here we go again. Here we go. Like another, they were homeschooled. Do we not see a pattern? Again, this is not against all those that choose to homeschool, but those who are taking some loophole of removing their kids from school, from society, from being seen by mandated reporters that are becoming victims of shabuse. I want to be careful what words I use on here, even though unfortunately these reports are saying them, because YouTube doesn't like certain things being said. Again.
Seemed fine. The parents were all very involved and caring, when they came by to visit and do whatever. So they never saw anything Strange.
But residents tell us something strange did happen. An argument heard inside the apartment so loud it stretched across the courtyard on Tuesday between the boy's mother and the man who they tell us is the boy's father. Perhaps that is what prompted the call to the sheriff's department and a welfare check that led to the discovery of a dead child. Outside here this evening, we're told there are no relatives present. They're all in custody. The boy's mother, 25-year-old Destiny Harrison, arrested on suspicion of murder. His father, 25-year-old Daniel Monzon, and grandmother, 46-year-old Ana Zarceno Carcamo, were arrested on suspicion of conspiracy to commit murder. 3 other children, a 16 and 13-year-old and a baby said to be 9 months old, removed from the same home by Child Family Services. Neighbors then brought us to the apartment after they say they spotted someone using a key to go inside. Whoever it was did not answer or were no longer there. The LA County Department of Child and Family Services says state law prevents them from commenting if they were ever involved in this family. So as this memorial grows, so do the questions.
We never know what else was going on in the background or what might have been motives or keeping the children away from school. We don't know, right? But I definitely, as a teacher, I think that needs to be looked into.
In Lynwood, I'm Robert Kovacik, NBC4 News.
Child over a long period before he died of his injuries, 4 days before.
The mother of that 8-year-old Lynwood boy found dead in a cooler has been charged with murder. She appeared in court today. The father and grandmother, who are also charged in this murder, did not show up before the judge. NBC4's Carmen Dickerson with more on what she learned.
Man, I wish they couldn't hide the face.
Authorities say the murdered little boy
Like,
is
show
Isaiah
yourself.
H, or at least that's what they believe his name is. They say even nailing down the basic details like confirming his name or his date of birth have been hard, given that both of his parents are accused in his murder. They believe he's 8 years old, but they cannot find any record that he ever attended school. Isaiah's mother, Destiny Harrison, appeared in court today, her defense attorney covering her face from view. The 25-year-old is charged with murder, torture, and child abuse leading to Isaiah's death. The boy's father, 25-year-old Daniel Monzon, and his paternal grandmother, 45-year-old Ana Carcamo Zarceno, faces the same charges, as well as a 4th charge of helping cover up the murder. All 3 are accused of abusing the child over a long period before he died of his injuries, 4 days before he was found. Tuesday night, LA County Sheriff's deputies were called to a Lynwood apartment complex after someone who lived there requested a welfare check. Authorities say they found Isaiah dead in a cooler covered with ice. According to an LA County Sheriff's deputy, the boy's father refused to appear in court today, and his grandmother said she was ill and did not come. LA County Prosecutor Jonathan Hatami says much about this case is still uncertain. The autopsy for the child is happening today, and at that point, they hope to get a clearer picture of at least how old he was and what happened to him. An advocate for parents of murdered children turned up in court to offer support.
It seems like it's just getting worse and worse. It seems like it's just getting more horrendous and horrendous than it could be for this little boy.
A 16-year-old, 14-year-old, and 9-month-old were also taken from the home. Prosecutors say one of them is a witness in this case. As far as the next court dates, the father and grandmother are expected in court on Monday.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine?
Court November 20th.
The trauma right there. I wonder if it was the 16-year-old. I imagine it's hard to keep something going on in a home away from a 16-year-old.
The mother of a young boy who was found dead inside of a Lynwood apartment made her first appearance in court today. Destiny Harrison and the boy's father, Daniel Monzon, both 25 years old, and the boy's grandmother, 45-year-old Ana Zarceno Carcamo, have been charged with murder as well as torture and cruelty to a child. The father and grandmother are due in court on Monday. Prosecutors say the child, now believed to be 8 years old, not 7, as previously reported, was found dead Tuesday night during a welfare check. Officials say his body was found inside a cooler filled with ice. It's not clear how the child died, but he has now been identified only as Isaiah H. 3 additional children were also found and are now in protective custody. The father and grandmother are also charged with being an accessory after the fact. All 3 are being held in lieu of $2 million bail.
So I'm not going to actually go into any written publications because, to be honest, the videos covered more and all of the information that I found in articles so far. And what I have up on the screen now, this is from the Los Angeles court, and these are the charges currently on file. So this is the mother, Destiny Lucky Harrison. Her charges are shown right here of torture, murder, willful cruelty to child, possible injury, and unaliving, as well as a willful harm or injury resulting in unaliving. Now, the interesting thing here is on the notes, the offense dates for the torture state April 1st, 2024. So I don't know if they are saying that's maybe when this started. But the offense date is October 23rd, 2025. So it appears to be that they're landing on that date as a date that Isaiah was officially unalived. Now, when we look into this a little bit more, the proceedings that they had, I know that this was pushed a little bit. She's going to be seen again. I think it's like November 20th. Now, the father, Daniel Alberto Monzon, and then the grandmother, I'm going to butcher this name, Anna Sarcamo Zarcino. Again, they all have the same dates about the torture and the murder. The additional charges on the grandmother, on the father, are this one right here, which is the offense date would be 10/24, so after the date of the unaliving, and that is accessory after the fact, knowledge of the crime. So they have not been seen, and they're anticipated to be seen Monday at court for their hearings. It's just ridiculous. It's so frustrating. We're going to go into the slideshow that I put together of the things that were found on the mother's social media. Now, I'm going to follow up on more information on this case because this is new. More is coming out. As you can see from some of the interviews, it appears that they were pretty quiet, withheld. There's so far not much is coming out. I think the questions that come into mind are pretty typical, right? You want to say, where was the family? Ironically, they were residing with family. The mother and father only have one other child together, that is a 9-month-old, who you will see. The face is blurred out, but the other two children that were in the home, the 16-year-old and then I believe it was like 9-year-old or 12-year-old, that was Daniel's siblings. Okay. So, but they were in the home as well. And that was the paternal grandmother's children. So that they were all living together. Where was extended family? Had anybody had eyes on Isaiah? Was anything noticed about him? What was the 16-year-old exposed to? I hope that those other children in the home are getting help and the services that are needed, because this is a trauma that's never going to leave them. And the fact that one of those videos stated that one of the children that was removed from the home was a witness. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. So I'm going to bring up a slideshow. And I've also checked, I've already checked the coroner's website, and I don't see any information right now on like a result or cause of death, or actually even documented right now. I think it's crazy that they're trying to find out basic information of date of birth, age, and all of that, and what schooling was like. It's like, what are we doing? Seriously. So I'm just going to let this play through because I don't want to have to stop it along the way, but let me give you a little bit of insight as to what you're going to see. We're going to see images that have Destiny, that have the father, Daniel. She does post her new 9-month-old baby. There's no posts about Isaiah. You would think he doesn't exist, according to her social media. Just gone. You're going to see, well, actually, I did not really include much of the puppies except for one image. It appeared that they had a litter of pugs that they were breeding and she was trying to sell. And what I can tell you from her social media is that she clearly shows that she had more care and love for the dogs than she did for her own child. Like the dogs are all over her page, not her child. The other thing you're going to see is she has an obsession with characters like Chucky. And that's fine. People can be into that stuff by all means. Like, that's no problem. You can be a fan. There's a problem when suddenly your life starts depicting the art that you're into. And that's what happened in this case. Like, the obsession became suddenly her life, however this was portrayed, especially just with the things that she writes. You know, it's just looking at it now from the information that we know, you're going to see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to let it play. And then that will be it for this video. And I will share updates when I can. Make sure that you're following both my YouTube channel and my TikTok. That's where I post most. I have not started any other platforms as of right now. And if you have any information, if you want to contact me, feel free to message me there, especially on TikTok. You can DM me. You could also send me an email at my Gmail, which is thelightwithmarissa@gmail.com. Anyone that has anything they're interested in sharing, again, I wish there was updated photos of Isaiah that could be shared. But make sure you're following me on the platforms. Please, it helps me if you like, share, subscribe, these things. Just helps my channel grow so I can raise awareness with these issues. I'm going to mute myself and I might even turn off my camera because I think playing videos is going to slow down my video. But thank you for joining The Light and thank you for helping us to shed light.
She holy and hood, yeah, both can be true. God gave her looks, but